Good morning, entrepreneurs. Aline here, founder of 700 Business, and this is day 24 of 30 days of wisdom and meditation. And today I want to talk about self-image. If you were with me yesterday, I spoke about confidence, and I also said that there are four main components for us to have to have a strong confidence. And one of these components is our self-image. So I think in one of the other meditations, I said I would talk about self-image in a point. So I think now it's a good time. So what is self-image? I like a story that I heard from Nightingale. He talked about a farmer who was walking in his field and he saw a pumpkin that grew inside of a mug. So this pumpkin had the shape of the mug, and self-image is pretty much that. It's the shape that we give to ourselves. So, for example, I had a lot of clients who came from a background of being an employee, from a family of employees, and and so on. So when they decided that they would become entrepreneurs, that was a huge hit. So it kind of compromised their self-image, because our self-image is created pretty much by our society, but especially by our families. So they're gonna try and most of the time succeed in shaping who we are, and then society, and then our friends, and so on. But definitely it is created, our self-image is created when we are a child. So everything that our parents tell us, oh, you should behave like this, you should behave like that, you should be this, you should be that. So it starts building somehow who we are. It's not, of course, who we really are. There's like a false image. And then the whole journey is to trying to find who we really are. And from now on, there's no space for people who aren't really who they are. There's no space for masks anymore. So after COVID, we were really hit with, the reality of our lives. We were living for work. We were pretending that we were fine all the time. And when COVID came, we had to be locked inside. We saw the reality of our lives. We saw the reality of our own emotions. We were pretty much shutting our emotions down and pretending that everything was fine. Just living on automatic pilot all the time, and getting home and just going to sleep. So, this is not who we are, guys. This is not. And I truly believe COVID came to this big crisis we're facing. It's really going to change this specific point of being authentic. And it's almost like a buzzword. Everyone say, oh, you have to be authentic, you have to be authentic. But how can we be when we were shaped all our lives to be what our parents wanted us to be, to be, what society wanted us to be, or in the jobs, and then the clients, we want to be free, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, and then you realize that you have so many bosses, like sometimes investors, and especially your clients. You have your thing, you have the thing that you do like well, but it's going to be shaped. So how can we be authentic in this environment? So it's pretty much going inside. That's how I believe we can be authentic. It's really looking at our weaknesses that we think are weaknesses and really turning them into diamonds, because that's what they are. We just have to polish them, and then they become our amazingness that we can put out there. So yeah, and this forms our self-image is going to impact hugely on our confidence. So a lot of times we think we are something and we keep acting like this something. And especially when we have big goals, big dreams, but that image of us growing inside of a mug will stay there in the back of our heads. And when we come to the point of doing something that requires a lot of confidence, the old image, this image that's not really who we are, is going to kick in. It's like, no, that's not the kind of person I am. So the whole journey here is really to shape a new self-image that is the true self. And to do that, we need to be clear on what we want to be, who we want to be, and also be confident enough to, every time this thermostat, it's like the thermostat in our houses, like if you set the temperature to 20 degrees and it goes down to 15, the thermostats are going to kick in. It's like, nope, let's go up. Or if it gets too hot, it goes down. It's the same with our self-image. So if you're doing something that requires a lot of confidence, then your thermostat is going to kick in. It's like, that's not who you are. That's not what you do. So it's important journey here to change our self-image. And the first things we can do to do that is to realize our self-talk, like how you talk about yourself to yourself and to others. So for example, if you say, I'm a successful entrepreneur, like 6 figures, 7, whatever, I'm confident, I'm a loving person, I'm an amazing rock star, whatever. But on the other hand, what the kind of thoughts you have about yourself is like, I'm broke, I'm shit, I'll never manage to do that. Then this is like an old self-image that is like your thermostat, so you actively need to decide what kind of person you want to be and then change that. So with the meditation and with mindset work, you can change it much easily. But sometimes and most of the time really is about decision. You got to decide to change, and every time you're deviating from who you want to be, you go back. You're just like, nope, that's this, self-criticism is not who I am. Like, saying bad things about yourself is not who you are. So this is the first step. Okay, so let's meditate on that, and let's meditate on improving your self-image so you can achieve your goals with confidence and also in a much easier way, because your thermostat's not going to keep grabbing you saying like, no, you're not going to do this, it's too risky. All right, so let's meditate now and set this thermostat to, to the universe. Who knows? Anyway, it depends on what you want. Okay, so take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Focus on the energy of your heart and imagine that this energy is spreading all around your body, going down through your legs and forming a beautiful root, strong and powerful, and it's going inside of the earth, going through layers and layers of ground, of rocks, until it finds the center of the earth. Take a deep breath and notice what it feels like to be grounded, to be safe, to be stable. And now you're going to expand everywhere to the place that you're in, to the city that you're in, to the country that you're in. Imagine that your consciousness and your energy is becoming one with everything. And is becoming one with all the nations, all the mountains and valleys, all the seas. Take a deep breath and visualize yourself expanding and becoming one with everything in this planet. Now we're going to expand even further to the whole universe. Imagine that your energy, your consciousness is expanding and becoming one with all the galaxies, all the planets, all the stars, all the dust in the universe. Imagine you are becoming one with the universe. Now take another deep breath, and you're going to visualize becoming even bigger than the universe. Imagine that beyond the universe there's some lights, and you're going to expand your consciousness, expand your energy to all these lights, all these levels of light beyond the universe. Take a deep, deep breath. And now you're going to imagine that everything is going to turn into a white light. Everything beyond the universe. Everything in the universe. Our planet and you. Everything will turn into this white light. Take a deep, deep breath. And notice what it feels like to be one with everything. There's no separation. There's no boundaries. You don't need them. Just expanded. You're bigger than the universe. Take a deep, deep breath. Now you're going to bring to your consciousness, your awareness, what's the image that you want to have about yourself? What is that self-image that you want to have? Not only for your business, not only in terms of the kind of entrepreneur you want to be, but also the kind of son or daughter you want to be, the kind of friend you want to be, the kind of lover you want to be, the kind of person you want to be. Bring all the departments of your life and all the roles and all the hats you have, and just visualize what kind of person you want to be. How much money you want to have. Just visualize what kind of person you want to be in all these departments. Keep breathing, keep visualizing. There's no limit to what you can accomplish, to what you can do. Just need to want it. And if you don't want to set yourself for huge things, that's okay. It's your choice, no one else's. Just be free to choose the kind of person you want to be in all the departments of your life. It's your choice. And now you're going to visualize that this is your new thermostat. That's how you're going to behave from now on. That's how you're going to act from now on. And your rational mind is going to remind you every time you're acting as the old self, And you're going to strengthen your confidence, because that's who you are. You're a confident and powerful person. Not only entrepreneur, this is one of your hats, this is one of your roles. You have many in life. And you are confident and you're powerful in all of these departments. Take a deep, deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.